Well, hello everybody. As par for the course, I have already recorded this once, and of course with my fumble fingers I have erased it. So I'm going to walk you through the first part of the recipe. The first thing you need to do is to take your thin sliced chicken breasts. You can either take them, buy them and cut them yourselves. I was fortunate enough that Rouse's had thin sliced chicken breast. So you take it and you salt it, flip it over and salt it some more. Then we're going to put just a little bit of black pepper on it also. In a bag, because I prefer to dredge my chicken in a bag, is our all-purpose flour. So we put our chicken in and we shake it up like so. So here's our chicken. In our pot on Saute, we have put 1 tablespoon of olive oil and a tablespoon of butter and let it melt and get hot for about 2 minutes. Then we put this in and we brown it on both sides. And that's the beginning of our chicken marsala recipe. So, the recipe will be at the end. So I hope that with the recipe and with this beginning that I have added to cooking with Francois, that you will understand how to make this wonderful Italian dish. Hello. I have salt and peppered our thin chicken cutlets. And now remember we have put 1 tablespoon of oil and 1 tablespoon of butter into our pot on Saute. We are now browning the chicken. As you can see, let me move the camera a little bit for you. I have already browned 3 pieces. I am now working on my 4th. So, I will be back in a moment. All right, we're taking out our last piece of browned chicken, which I am cutting in half, mainly because of how many people here will want some. If it's just 2 of you eating or 4 of you eating, you don't have to cut it in half. All right, let me wipe off. Even though it's cooked, let's wipe off the chicken. All right, now we put another tablespoon of butter, unsalted butter, into our pot. This is going to be for us to saute our vegetables in. We've got 8 ounces of baby bellas, or you might know them better as cremini mushrooms. They're the same thing. And then we're going to have a 1/2 cup of onion. I did not bring my handy dandy chopper today, so I guess I'm going to have to cut it the old-fashioned way, which is fine too, just not as quick. I never have really been able to do that bend your finger thing very well. But fortunately, I have also not cut my finger off yet. So there you go. Let's see if that's 1/2 cup. think it probably is. Just want to make sure. Don't want to over onion the people at work. Oh yeah, looks good to me. I'm going to go ahead and just put that in with the mushrooms. Then we're going to take 3 cloves of garlic. And you know the way I like to do it. I take the can I'm using, and then I chop it up. Just makes it a little bit easier. Some people use the flat of their knife. That's fine. Any way you want to do it. And of course my fingers will be smelling like onion and garlic for the next few days, no matter what I do anyway. So, we are now going to add the onions, the garlic, and the mushrooms to our pot. Let's give it a good stir so it gets in. Now remember, we did not wipe out the pot or anything, so it still has those wonderful bits from the browning of the chicken that had the flour on it, which will also increase our flavor. We're going to cook this for about 3 minutes, and then we're going to add our liquid ingredients. Then we'll add the chicken back, and then we will cook it under pressure. So, I'll be back in a minute. All right, our mushrooms and our onions and our garlic are very, very fragrant smelling. We're now going to add a 1/2 cup of chicken stock. Don't tell the people downtown, because you're not supposed to have alcoholic beverages in the library. But this is chicken marsala, and it does ask for a 1/2 cup of Marsala wine. Shh, you noticed I put it in a different kind of jar. So you put that in. Then we're going to take our chicken and put it into this sauce in our pot. I figured I wouldn't get in too much trouble with the alcoholic beverage since I was cooking with it. It's not like I'm going to be drinking it. And as in many cases, the alcohol will leave its flavor, but the alcohol will no longer be there. All right, now we're going to put our top on our pressure cooker. We're going to turn off the saute function. All right, now we're going to do the pressure cooking, and we're going to do it for 7 minutes. And we start. So, I'll be back in a little while so that we can see and get ready to finish up our dish. All right, the pressure has come down naturally. We're now going to take the chicken out. Remember, I cut mine into pieces because I have a number of people that work here with me, and they all want some, so I cut mine into smaller pieces. But there is our wonderfully cooked chicken. We do not turn it back on, but we do take 2 tablespoons of water and 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. And we stir that to make our slurry. And then we put it in the hot sauce, which will activate the cornstarch. We give it a stir. And we let it thicken up for a few minutes. While I'm waiting for that to thicken up a little bit, you can serve this with mashed potatoes, roasted potatoes, rice, basically whatever you choose, noodles. I have a mixture of rice and quinoa that I am going to put mine on. I'm making them get their own stuff to put theirs on if they want theirs on anything. But there's my quinoa. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take a piece of the chicken, not a whole piece, but a piece of the chicken, and put it on my quinoa. Oh, that sauce is beautiful. All right, let's put our sauce onto our chicken. A little bit for me on mine. All right. So, this is our chicken marsala in the pressure cooker. So tender I can cut the chicken with a spoon. So let's see how this is. I really think you're going to like it. The marsala just gives it a very delicate flavor. So, until next time, let's dig in.